Please welcome the wonderful Omar Mohammad! Hello everybody, how are you doing? I'm from Syria, which explains the accent. My name is Omar Mohammad, which explains the inability to travel. And the asshole haircut. Yes, I know. Some girls have fetish for it. And by some, I mean very little amount of girls. I have Tinder. And you might be wondering, is he going to continue the whole show with this accent? No, I cannot. I am Syrian, but I can speak normally. We don't have to fall into the Hollywood stereotypes of ethnic accents in their movies. Fuck those assholes, right? Except Nicolas Cage. I love that guy. I grew up watching Hannah Montana and Power Rangers. That's how I learned English. Not a joke. Fuck you. I grew up in a religious house, but then they became liberal because they watched TV. Okay, so I left Syria when I was 14, and then I went to Iraq for 4 years and in Turkey for 2 years. And the Middle East is like really terrible for refugees. They're like really poor, and that's how we were. We were poor. So my dream was like to become a movie producer and to like act and direct and write and do stand-up comedy. And to tell your Middle Eastern dad that is a bit of a problem. Like a little bit. Because like this is what I imagined in my head, that I'd be on Jimmy Fallon, in the future, like in 20 years, and he'd be like, fuck you again. He'd be like, so Omar, what did your parents do when you told them that you want to do, comedy and be in the show business? I'd be like, man, they were against it. They're like Middle Easterns, but I fought it, and I had to struggle. But at the end of you have to make something out of nothing. It's be like inspirational. And Jimmy Fallon would be like, I respect you, man. Word. He'd be like, I respect you too. And then I went to my dad in real life. We were in Turkey, and I was like, Dad, I want to be a movie producer and a stand-up comedian. And my dad says, son, I support you. And I was like, what the fuck? What? He's like, yes, if this is what makes you happy, go for it. The fuck are you talking about? No, you're not, no, you can't do that to me, not now. I go on Jimmy Fallon, he'd be like, so what did your parents say when you asked them? I'd be like, they were very supportive. Cool, yeah. No struggle there. No fun whatsoever. You have to oppress me. He doesn't. He's very supportive. My parents really wanted to be here tonight. Unfortunately, they couldn't. I didn't want them to. They're fine. I don't want them to be here. Such cock blockers. There's a movie called Parents Are Cock Blockers. Such a terrible son. But living in Amsterdam, living in the white world, Europe, is very, very nice. Like there's a lot of benefits, other than financial. White guilt, I love white guilt. Gets me laid every time. Seriously, you tell a girl about your struggles in the borders with guns, shit's going down tonight. I'm talking about full-on dust, crawling on the borders. We actually did go through the borders. A horrible trip. So worth it. So worth it. Sorry about that. But no, I have an uncle of mine. His name's Ahmed. And all those theories about America controlling the Middle East and stuff like that? That's all from my uncle Antar wanting to get laid. Like, he'd be like, Donald Trump is agreeing with Saudi Arabia and Egypt, and to with Russia as well, to destroy our country. And the girl's like, oh my god, that's so terrible. She's a very nice girl, and he's like an asshole. And he's like, yes. She's like, I'm so sorry, I wish there's something I can do. Then he looks at her. But it's not. That's not how it is. I was in Syria, and it's really not that like that. Okay, this is what happens. America, because this is it. If you need to control the Middle East, if you need to invade it with all those theories, you need to be smart. So this is what happens. I want you to imagine this. You and your brother, right, are fighting over your mother, your babies. Okay, you want the milk from your mother, right? He's taking both breasts. You're like, bro, listen, we'll share. You take the right breast, I'll take the left breast, you know? And he'd be like, no, it's all mine. So America comes in. Hello, man. Listen, we understand your problem. We want to help you get over your brother. This is what happens in the Middle East. We will give you weapons, and we will help you with the money and everything to destroy your brother and take everything you want. And you'll be like, no, I just want him to take his far right, and I'll take my far left. You know, fair and square. You'll be like, okay. And then you'll be like, but America, what do you want? America's like, yeah, I want the South. I'm gonna be your stepfather. Fucking assholes. Sir, are you Dutch? You're not Dutch? Sir, are you Dutch? Okay, who's Dutch? There you go. Okay, great. What's your name, sir?
Franklin.
Franklin. Nice to meet you, Franklin. See, the thing is, I saw that Dutch people here, Dutch men in particular, are very smooth with girls. They are. I was at a bus stop, and this is how the Dutch guy approached the girl. Literally, he looked at her and was like, hey, Hannah, right? And she goes like, yeah. And he'd be like, you're an A3. I'm with you. 2 rows behind you. She's like, oh yeah, Franklin. Yeah, that's me. I was wondering if you can help me with the homework. I can get the copy I missed last week. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you can take it. Well, let me get your number. Sure, why not? Gives her number. So smooth. This is what I do. Hannah? Peterson?
No.
Yeah? Sorry? You're an A3, right? Yes, I am. I'm an A1, 2 years behind you. Omar Mohammad? No? Nothing? Yeah, I was asking, can you help me with can I get your homework? I'll be needing it someday. What's up? Nah. My bus is here, sorry. It's not a bus, it was going to Hofdorf. He needed to go to Amsterdam. I know. Central. Anyway, too much information. I went on a date one time with an American, the first time, in Turkey. This was in Turkey. So we sit down in the restaurant, and I tell her, what would you like to have? And she's like, what do you guys have? So I say, shawarma, you know, and she's like, what's that? And I'm like, you know, chicken breast on bread. She's like, no, I'm a vegan. I'm like, oh, I'm a Syrian, but what does that mean? Because I didn't know what vegan means. I didn't know. My education is 14 and I dropped school. So she's like, I don't eat chicken or meat. I'm like, oh, vegetarian. She's like, no, vegan. We don't eat milk, yogurt, cheese, honey, or eggs. I'm like, oh, Syrian refugee. And she goes, no, I'm saving Earth. I'm like, bitch, please, come to my parents' house. We're saving Earth. One last joke. No. One last joke. Yeah, go for it. Okay. So I wanted to buy a charger for my phone, and I was walking past the street, and you know those people who sell stuff on the street, you know, probably stolen. So I picked up something. This was in Turkey, so I'm TL, the currency. So it was 25 TL. I had 15. So I'm telling the guy, so this is what I do. I pretend to be Turkish so I can drop the price. The guy is Syrian pretending to be Turkish to higher the price. We are fucked up, man. So you wonder why our country is in war. So I asked him, I'm like, how much is it? And the guy's like, hey, maybe it's 25. I'm like, they're joking. It's too much. On base 10, 15. And the guy is like, no, 25. Europa. It's made in Europe. And I look at it and it says made in PRC. People Republic of China. It's Chinese. I'm like, Chin. He's like, no, Europa. I'm like, no, so how? So he grabs it from my hand and he goes like this. P, Polanda. R, Europa. C, Czech. I fucking bought it. I was like, that is true. You guys are awesome. You guys are really, really awesome. Thank you very much. You guys are a great audience. Have a good night.
Omar Mohammad, ladies and gentlemen, ready for your next act? 2 more comedians this house. Please welcome the wonderful Stephen Bell. Give it up. Hello, Antwerp. Just kidding. Don't worry.